From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Now Brissett. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Play to Bernard, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cliff Averill in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. A second down throw for Brissett. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And a loose football. And the Dolphins have got it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Carl Lawson, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Set, 319! 319!
They'll set up to throw. Going deep here for Stills. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Come on, let's go! White 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina.
3 down. Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Mike 35! Mike 35!
second down, Brissett. His throw incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They go play action here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue landing! Blue landing!
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with it and try and get him settled.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
A handoff to Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. Hut. Hut.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll look to throw, and Stills over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Looking to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Watch him now, Barney.
He'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Please.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
action now. Brissett, flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And some room to roam now. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Hey, here we go. White 90.
They'll give it to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. They'll roll him out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Let's go. White 90. White 90. Check 3. Ohio.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will make it 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, If something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Underneath, this is Bernard. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Set. Green 39. Green.
Now back to throw. It's complete to Parker, left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills in the final seconds of the 1st half. Now the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
They'll throw now on the final play. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a carry for Bernard. And an alley to run. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll set up a throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Here's Bernard. And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The gun. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. Still's the intended target. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
Come on, let's go! White, 90! White, 90!
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here we go! White, 90! White, 90!
Brissett now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now the Bengals on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Brissett on first down. Green with a catch left side. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Brissett to throw on first. And Green with a catch left side. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And the grab by Croft. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, here's Brissett. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Brissett. And that is caught for the 2 points. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll running right through it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll drop the throw. And it's caught by Parker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This is caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A first down throw for Brissett. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bengals getting set to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Second down, Brissett. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Charles Harris in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. William Hayes in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Brissett looks to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Green. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brissett. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and